This is In the Parks and Beyond, the podcast where we dive deep into the magical world of Disney, explore the thrills of Universal, and venture beyond the parks. Join us for insider tips, expert insights, and world-class recommendations on the best rides, shows, and hidden gems. We'll take you on culinary journeys with top food picks and share exciting adventures from destinations around the world. So, pull your lap bars down and head into the parks with us as we embark on this roller coaster we call life.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Theme Parks and Beyond. I'm Jerry.
And I'm Josh. And today we are introducing our brand new host. Would you like to introduce yourself, my friend?
Hello, I am Katie. I am so excited to be here.
Now, the story behind Katie joining us is we invited her on one episode and she never left. She was just in the background of every episode.
It's the same recording from the last time right now.
She just never left. So we just had to offer her a position.
I was in their DMs constantly.
Yeah.
Giving them feedback and tips and unsolicited advice. And they were finally like, she's not leaving. So welcome to the fold.
Yeah, she held us hostage. It was just ugly. So we were like, fine, just come on.
She kept harassing us with her 18 different accounts.
You know what they say? There's always room for one more.
Sometimes a little too much.
So do I get to stay?
I guess you could stay. Why don't you introduce yourself?
So-
We do have a special guest today. If you don't know, if you didn't recognize that voice, I think her little catchphrase will get you going.
Hi, hello, everyone. It's Nicole.
Nicole of what?
Operation Exploration.
Now, Nicole, tell us about you. You know, where you're from, what your background is, your social security number.
Bank account, routing number, all the good stuff.
I don't.
You don't have a social security number? How are you even around?
Don't worry about it. It's a little bit of Disney magic. So I am Nicole. I live in New Jersey. I have been here all my life. I hate it here. It's cold and the people suck. I mean, except for me and my family because we're freaking awesome. But
Makes sense.
I am 43. I just had to get glasses. Is that? I mean, sorry.
Welcome.
Guys, but I know. I've never worn glasses in my life, and now my kid's like, you're old now. I'm like, dude, don't even. So, like, he'll hold things up, and he's like, can you read this? Are you blind? I'm like, dude, knock it off. But Gavin is 13. He is in 8th grade. He's graduating in June, and he's going to a private Christian all-boys high school in September that he got into. So we're very excited about that. And Kevin is my husband. We've been together for 21 years, married for 16.
Poor Kevin.
Just a few weeks ago. I know. I feel so bad for him with the crap he puts up with me. I swear, like, every day I'm like, how do you do it? Like, what? He's like, I'm just used to it. It is what it is. Just kind of roll with it at this point. We are both retired from law enforcement. I have been retired for 15 years. 15
Wow,
years.
okay.
And my husband for 2. So now we just stay home together like old weirdos.
Eat snacks,
up.
go to Disney.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's really it. It's like, what are we going to do today? Where do you want to go to lunch? Do you want to go get coffee? You want to go to breakfast? Like, do you want to go? Like, that's all we do. It's just like, I have to go to Target. Let's go to Sam's Club or Costco or like, like just wherever the day takes us. So
Every day's a new adventure.
It is. Sometimes it's no adventure at all, but
Nicole,
it's great.
You'll have to give me some life tips because you two being home together all the time, my wife and I, we still work and we still can't decide what we want for dinners.
Oh, no, we never know. Dinner's that's like the hardest conversation in any household. Like, I swear, like, if you don't fight about what you're having for dinner, then like, I don't know how you survive, because every day it's like, what do you want? I don't know. What do you want? And then it's like, hey, Gav.
Debating on creating like a spinny wheel that just decides for us. So
Seriously?
we don't even have to talk
That's
about
genius.
That's so smart.
We've had to do that. I have teenage siblings, so you know how indecisive they are when 2 of them are girls. We had the spinny wheel set up last week, and then when it landed on the one thing, they said, "Oh, I don't want that."
Too bad. Too bad.
The wheel has spoken.
Yeah,
that's
so
what we're having.
That's it. Sorry, it's done. Oh, no, we'll ask Gavin, and he's like, I don't know, food. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, he's the worst when it comes to that. Like, just the worst. No, but typical teenage boy, So, but that's really it. I mean,
You're Nicole.
I'm Nicole. That's it. I'm not normal. I'm really weird. I do a lot of weird things throughout the course of the day. I mean,
we know.
No, you don't even know the half of it. Like, what you see is just like teeny little tip of what goes on. Like, it's just, I mean, but like, I have it great. Like, I have a great life. I have a great family. Like, I'm
and
happy.
You have an amazing business.
Yes. To say that.
It is. It is an amazing business. It has definitely taken me to places I never expected. It brought me people that I never expected. I mean, I never in a million years thought that I would actually make like real friends, you know. And like as of right now, Josh is the only one that I know really exists in real life because he's the only one I've actually met. But like Jerry, are you real? Like, are you there?
Here I am.
I don't know the answer to that question because even when he's with me, it's just like he's not there. You
know, like it's the weirdest thing to say. Like, yeah, I have friends on Instagram, and people are like, "What?" And I'm like, I swear to God, like I talk
I'm not
to them.
lying.
I swear, you know, we have conversations, like real conversations. Oh, and Morgan from I don't even know what the hell her name is now. I met her in real life, so I know she exists. But like, it's just so weird to be like, oh yeah, you know, my friend Maddie or my friend, you know, Whitney. Like, who the hell are these people? Like, I've never actually like seen you. Like, we've talked. Like, some people have my cell phone number and we chat, and like others, it's all like Instagram, and it's so weird because never in my life would I ever be like, you know, I have friends on the internet because that's just weird.
That's like I only knew Katie from her face. I never met Katie until
that's it.
1 year and one day, and I was like, "Oh, hi, Katie."
Right, like it's really you.
To me, Katie still doesn't exist. I haven't met her in person either.
I haven't met Jerry in person either.
Actually, I told you, Jerry doesn't exist.
Jerry, we don't know if he's real or not.
Jerry's just
the mystery continues.
Man, I'll get to the bottom of it. I will crack that case. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, I'm pretty average, I guess.
I wouldn't say average. I think maybe it's a little below average.
All right, whatever.
A little.
It's cool. It's fine. It's fine.
It doesn't meet the height requirement. Is that what you're saying?
Wait a minute.
I'm just joshing.
Wow, that was like a blow.
Thanks, Katie and Josh. We're never gonna get guests back on the show.
Seriously, jeez, no more discount codes for you. No,
I know where you live.
New Jersey.
I will go to New Jersey and I will find my discount code.
Do not
come. Curious.
No,
Nicole,
do not.
What part of New Jersey do you live in?
Should I tell you that?
Well, I lived in New Jersey for like 9 months of my life.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
where
it was probably one of the worst 9 months of my life.
I mean, it is beautiful. Like we have access to pretty much everything. I'm about 45 minutes from New York and I'm 20 minutes from the beach. So like when we send Gavin to school, like my husband and I will go down to the shore towns and we'll have lunch or we'll have breakfast because there's so many places to eat. So like that's super cool, but you'll never catch me on the beach. Like never ever. When we first started dating and we moved in together, we lived in Belmar. And we were literally 3 blocks from the beach. And we lived there for, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 years. We went to the beach once because it's a nightmare. You have to pay to get on the beaches here. So now we're 25 minutes away. So now we drive. You have to find a parking spot because there's no parking lots. So you're parking on the street somewhere. Is she coming? Hello, it's Kelly!
That's our other special guest, everybody.
Yeah.
I do. I have conversations with her all day long in a British accent, but she's legit from Georgia.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep. So you have to drive to the beach. I mean, we're, like I said, 25 minutes. Find a parking spot somewhere on the street or the boardwalk. You have to pay for that. Then you got to lug all of your crap from your car to the boardwalk, pay to get on the beach, and then find a spot between some of the fist-pumping idiots and their, and their tans and their hair. And who the hell wants to sit and deal with that all day? Not me. And then
That's
the
fair.
sand, like in the places where sand's not supposed to be, like it's a no. It's a big no for me. I just don't do it.
Close to where I used to live in Freehold. So
are you making that up?
Nope.
You swear to God.
I swear.
Spoiler alert.
I was like, she's got to be close.
Yes, yeah, I've been here my entire life in this wonderful town.
The CVS in downtown Freehold, I managed it for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. We don't go to that one.
No. I would not either. I would not either.
I mean, the borough's gotten a lot better. They have a lot of really great restaurants, but like other than that, you don't go there.
Sounds about right. With a name like that, you want to avoid it, yeah.
Yes, I mean it's great. So like the borough's really small. It's like our downtown, but it's its own town. So it has its own everything, own police, own fire, but it's literally like this in the middle of Freehold. So it's like the donut hole. So you everybody drives through Freehold Borough to get from one side of Freehold to the other, but you don't go there unless you want to eat, and that's it. So
no, I got held up by gunpoint there.
But so you call it the donut. Do not go there.
Got it. Yes. Yep. Yeah. No, you don't.
Jerry.
No, he nailed that right on the head. That was very clever. Yes. That was good. But yeah, oh my God, that's so funny. Like, what are the freaking chances of all the places in this stupid state you're here?
That's just how it works.
I know, right? Small
world.
Yes, well, I'm glad you got out. I mean, I'm not really sure if where you are is better than here, because you're like way up there, but it's not here, so that's good.
We tend to just throw pins on the dartboard, and wherever they land, we go.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Our goal is eventually Florida, hopefully.
Good choice.
Come on down.
Yes.
We're here.
Hopefully. Oh, wait, you're in Florida, Jerry?
Yeah, I moved here 8 months ago.
I told you, he just doesn't exist. He's just...
I don't exist.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I could be in Florida. I could be Georgia.
Anywhere you want. So, England, I mean...
That's next for him. I'm sure there's a Florida in England somewhere.
I really don't. I'm just AI. That's all I am.
Okay. It's amazing. They did a great job.
Oh, man. Well, speaking of AI, I know what's not AI. Your designs, which are completely hand-drawn, correct?
They are, every single one of them.
Which is incredible.
Thank you. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of time. Some designs come super, super easy, and then some take months. Like, I think I'm working on a Great Movie Ride one now. That's probably like 3 months in with that one, because it's a lot of different pieces. So like whenever we do a design, it always starts, like somebody asked me this yesterday, and they didn't really believe me when I say like we hand draw everything. So everything starts like with a sketch, like a pencil and a napkin, and it's either like a rough outline of what I want or words that I think of, like that I want to make the design into. So like the Great Movie Ride one, like I know I want to do the scenes and I want to break down the scenes. So like it's a lot of research, like what are the scenes? What's the main sticking point in the scene? Like what stands out, like that are people going to remember from like the Busby Berkeley scene? What do you remember from that scene? It's a question.
And Jerry, you're going to answer it because it's your favorite ride.
Oh man. God, put me on the spot here.
Siri, Jerry on the spot.
AI, I can't tell you.
So like the buzz for me, it's like the cake of ladies in their bathing suits with their,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
there
like,
we go.
So like that'll be part of it, and then there'll be like the Casablanca scene and the alien scene, and it'll just be like a little snippet of every scene, and they'll kind of be woven together. I mean, if it comes together, I think it's gonna be freaking awesome. But like I said, it's a few months in the making. I finished Singing in the Rain scene. I finished the Tarzan scene, and there's 2 others. The Busby Berkeley scene I'm still working on. That one that's a lot, because it's a lot of different like layers and colors, and like, so it's a lot of like just intricate little pieces. But it all started with like, I don't want to say like a mood board, because that's just weird, but like a planning, like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want it to look like. This is the research that I have to do. And I always research and see like what else is out there, because I don't want my stuff to look like anybody else's. So like if I come across something that resembles something that I had in mind, I'll shut it down and I'll go a different direction, because I don't ever want to do something that someone's like, I've seen that before. Like I just did one with the cake castle, and that's hard because it's the cake castle. So whoever does a cake castle, it's always going to look the same. But like for me, I have sentimental ties to that castle. Like I loved it when it came up in 1996. Like to me, that was like the coolest thing. And I remember walking in the park being like,
what is this?
It's a cake. So like, to me, it's not just a cake castle shirt. To me, it has sentimental meaning. And that's where a lot of our designs come from. So I'm 43. I started going to the parks when I was 2. So I have 41 years of I don't want to say experience, but like ties to the parks and memory and nostalgia and like, old Epcot for me, like that was my childhood. The Electric Umbrella and Universe of Energy and World of Motion and Horizons. Like I grew up with those things, and then you throw in Wonders of Life. And it's like, well, what can I do for Wonders of Life? Do I do Cranium Command? Do I do Body Wars, or is Body Wars gross? Like, like it's kind of like I have all of these things going on. Like my brain doesn't stop to the point like where I don't sleep at night because I'm like, oh my God, I have an idea. And like, I have to like,
do you keep like a pad next to your bed?
No, I should, because I'm afraid if I do that, I'll be up all night.
Nice.
So like I have to try and separate myself. Like the sleep aids, they help a lot. But I'm old, I don't sleep. So I have to take all kinds of stuff. But it's like a nonstop like wheel of inspiration and like things that are going on, and like I'll be working on one, I'm like, oh my God, wait, I have to do this, and like I'll go somewhere else and do that. So we probably have now, I think I have like 40 other designs done. Like, I'm retired. What do I do all day?
Not going to the beach.
Not going to the beach and getting sand in my bathing suit, that's for sure. But no, but like that's what I do all day. Like I sit and like we'll watch, TV, we have lunch, we have coffee, and like I sit there and I sketch, and it starts with like that rough idea, that rough sketch, and then I'll go to the iPad and I'll start, I don't want to say fine tuning because that's not till later, but like I'll start rough sketching it, and then like I'll put a layer on top of it, and then I'll clean up that layer, and then go back and clean up my lines or fix something or move something or add a detail or so like it's really a never ending like cycle. So like the flower and garden one that we just did, where Epcot is, where the Spaceship Earth is the flower pot, I changed that one the night before I dropped it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Thank you. I changed it the night before I dropped it because I was looking at it and I'm like, I just don't like it. There was just something about it that just didn't sit right with me. And like I always, not to get off topic, but that's what I do.
That's what we do over here too. It's okay.
Okay, perfect. I love that. Like I said, I've been going to the parks my entire life, and I've always been a Disney kid, a Disney adult. My husband, he's more of like the cool, calm, like I'm not going to show it, but I love it kind of thing. And I think he loves it because I love it. And Gavin too, he's 13 now. He'll be 14 in 2 weeks. Shit. It's so weird. I can't believe I have a 14-year-old kid. Like, I don't know how that happened. I mean, I know how it happened, but it's just weird.
Magic.
It's weird. It's weird. But like, he's been going since he's been 2. And like, as he got older, he didn't want to wear like the cheesy Disney shit. Like it was too girly. It was too Mickey. It was just too much for him. And he's like, I want to go to the parks. He's like, and I want to wear cool stuff. He's like, this isn't it. And he's like, you have a Cricut. He's like, can't you make me something? And I'm like, I guess. So like we started doing that, like just like basic stuff. And then it kind of evolved into like me learning how to draw and watching videos and taking online classes and really learning how to do it, because I took art in high school. Like I've always been like a doodler and a drawer, but like I was never like an artist per se. I learn as I go. And I mean, if you look at some of our first designs, and now you look at like where we are, like I have grown tremendously as an artist and a designer, and like ways that like I look at some stuff and I'm like, how the frick did I do that? So like it's just been like that very weird evolution of things that I never knew Nicole could do kind of thing. Like I've always done what I wanted. I've always gone where I wanted. Like I've always just been me. And like this was something that I didn't know I had in me. And I guess like you kind of just sit and you figure it out. And, so we started making stuff that Gavin wanted to wear. And every design goes through my husband and Kevin. My husband and Kevin. Kevin is my husband. Through Kevin, it goes through Kevin and Gavin. And I'm like, is this something that you would wear? And some of them, they tend to lean to like the girlier side because I do like that, but I'm not super girly. Like I'm not like a bow girl or an ear girl or an accessory girl. Like, please don't give me any of that crap, So I like a good tee, and I like it to look cool, and I want it to be like something that you could wear everywhere. And if people see it, they're like, I get it. But if not, like it just looks like a cool shirt. And that's kind of where we went with Gavin, because I mean, I don't know. I know, Jerry, you have kids, right?
Oh yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay. Josh, you do not.
I have a dog.
That doesn't count. Katie, no.
I have 2 huskies. That's it. So.
Oh my God, you have huskies? My husband would love that. He thinks they're hilarious. But like with Gavin, like the kid's bigger than me now, and he grows so fast that I couldn't get behind spending $25-$30 on a shirt he was going to wear once.
Yep.
Like one time in 1 week for his entire life. Like to me, that was it's just, I can't get behind that as an adult. So I wanted to make sure that he could wear his shirts wherever he wanted. Does he wear them to school? No, because he would be a weirdo. But like, he does wear them and he has them in his closet, and he'll put them on when we go to the parks, and he loves wearing them because they're not the norm. And I know my style is not for everybody. I don't know if people are looking for things that look like they're drawn with crayons, or if they want characters all over. Like, I don't know what people are looking for. Like, I haven't found that yet, but I know what we like. And I know that I'm never going to stray from what we like. And if that means that we don't really sell a whole lot of shirts, then that's fine. But at least I know I'm staying true to myself, and I'm true to what the boys like. And, that's kind of where we came from. So like learning all of these things just to make sure that my kid had what he wanted and that he felt comfortable. Like, so that's kind of where this whole thing started from. It was that I never woke up one day and I was like, I'm going to start a t-shirt business. Like, I think that would be cool. This is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done because I'm not tech savvy. I'm not social media savvy. I have no filter on my mouth. Like, I'm not like pretentious. I'm not obnoxious. Like, I'm real. And
Katie can back me up here, but that's really where a lot of people looked at social media now. They don't really want the clean cut social media influencer type people. They want the real honest take.
Yeah.
God damn, you're going to get it here.
Authentic rawness. With your shirts, one of the things that has always struck me about them is you were talking about like how you grew up with Disney and everything. And like, I always get nostalgic vibes when I look at your shirts, especially with like the Orange Grove one, because when I used to live in Florida and we would pass the orange groves and there would be like the boxes of oranges and stuff on the side of the road, like that image just gave me flashbacks when I was driving down, the highway and
love that.
Florida and everything.
See, and
I could like smell the orange blossoms and everything. So,
and that's kind of what it's all about. Like, for me, it's not about it's not about the attraction itself. It's not about the ride building. It's about what that attraction is about. What does it make you feel? What are like the little things about it that you love? Like for me, it's not about like a, like I said, it's not about a building or a structure or a ride vehicle per se. It's about like what you feel when you're in that ride vehicle. Like, what do you feel when you look at that building? Like our Tower of Terror shirts.
I was just about to say that collection like is exactly what you're talking about.
I try to hit on the things that Disney people get and make sense to them. Like the one that we did with the directory on it. Like, we kind of hid the take the stairs behind it because like when you look at the directory, it's down at the bottom and it's like one of those hidden details. And like for me, I've always loved that. Like since I was a kid, I always thought that was so cool how like they all fell off and it just happened to form that phrase like at the bottom of the board. And like to me, like that's Imagineering magic. And to me, like that's what the parks are to me. They're magic, and there's that nostalgia, like Katie said. And like I want to touch on that. Like even Caesar, he's creepy as hell. That's probably one of my hands down favorite shirts we've ever done. There's just something about it that reads to me like that's Tower of Terror. And, if you know the cast member lore behind him, like it makes sense. A lot of people are like, well, why the hell is there a ventriloquist on your shirt? And I'm like, you got to know, like you have to know about Caesar, like you say good morning, you say good night, or everything is screwed up for the day. And like, that's the stuff that we like to touch on. So
that's probably one of my favorite shirts too. But I am like,
thank you.
I love spooky stuff.
Yeah, he was like when I was drawing him, I was kind of like how weird do we go? Like what's the line between like Disney shirt, cool Disney shirt, and like holy shit, that's weird. Like because like are people gonna walk through the park and like kids are gonna be like, mommy, why is that guy on their shirt? Like, but like at the same time, I'm like, that's kind of what I want. Like, I want things that are going to stand out, that are going to be clean. And like the lines are always sharp. And, we have two styles. Like we have that either like that nice, clean, crisp black outline with the bold coloring,
Mm-hmm.
Or I have another style, like where I kind of shade in pictures, like our indecent tee. Like I started drawing that one and the black outline just didn't work with it because it was like a very soft, very girly kind of tee. And I felt like that black outline took it to a place where like it didn't work. So that was one like where we scrapped it. And I was like, I'm just going to shade her. I'm going to, I had a picture on the side and I would just glance at that and I would shade her in and I would follow like her lines and make it work to the point where I was like, it's recognizable. It makes sense. It's clean. It's girly. It's soft. And it's not like that big, bold design. But like, I don't like muddy designs. I don't like things that are unreadable from far away. Like to me, that irks me. Like if you look at something and you're like, what the hell is that? And like now you're trying to figure it out when you're in line because the person in front of you is wearing this shirt and you're like, do you know what that says? Like, what is it? What is that? Like to me, like I couldn't wear a shirt like that because to me, it just doesn't make sense. I want our stuff to be readable, like from jump, like you're going to look at it and be like, that's Tower of Terror, like that's Caesar. Like I get it. Where like, you're not trying to find the image in the mess. And, I like our designs to have our style, but they're all different. Like they don't look like the same design. Like I've seen, there's collections out there that where I feel like every shirt looks the same, no matter what you do. And, like who wants to buy a shirt in the same style that looks the same across the board? Like you want your wardrobe to be different. You want it to have, this cohesion, but you also don't want the shirt that you wore on Saturday to look like the shirt you wore on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just me. That's how I feel about things. I mean, people may love that and that's great. You do you. That's just my opinion when it comes to shirts. So
what did it feel like the first time you saw one of your shirts out in the wild?
I actually have not seen any of my shirts personally in the parks, but I've had people in the parks like send me pictures of people wearing my shirts and I'm like, holy shit, that's mine. I drew that, and like, you guys, like, you'll wear them and like, Josh will send me pictures of him in the shirts. But like for somebody else who follows us, who wears our stuff, to recognize somebody else in a shirt and like take a picture and be like, oh my God, I was so excited. Like I saw your shirt and I'm like, I'm excited. Like to me, it's very cool, but it's also very surreal because it's not something I ever expected. Like when you start this, like you don't expect anybody to like what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of where like the self-doubt comes in and it creeps in. It's still there. And, there's still that comparison syndrome to like, well, maybe I should be doing things differently because this seems to be working over here. But then I always fall back to, but that's not me. So like, we're just going to stay the course, do our thing. And it is what it is kind of thing. But like for somebody else, like to see that in the park and send it to me, it was like, oh my God, I can't believe it, but I just think it's pretty cool. We wear our stuff in the park and nobody's ever approached us. Like we've had people like look at us, but like I think we're very unapproachable. I know I'm like I have a resting bitch face. Like I do. I just look nasty. I'm not, I swear I'm one of the nicest people out there. It's just like my go-to. Like
it's a Jersey face.
Yes. Don't mess with me because I'll kick your ass. But like, it's just, I guess maybe it's that. And then, you throw my husband and my son into the mix and they're, totally, awesome. as he walks by, like we don't look like the nicest people, but I swear we are. Like, come and talk to us. Like, we'll talk all day. We'll eat snacks. Shit, I'll eat all the snacks with you around the park. But I mean, I'm excited. Like, we'll be down in April, and like we'll have a bunch of unreleased shirts with us, and hopefully, like people will approach us and be like, "Hey, what's up? I like your shit," and then we're like, "Yeah, me too," But like, I don't know, but we'll have a lot of new stuff come April that we'll be wearing down there.
Awesome.
I mean, I have a whole, I think most of these are new. I mean, there's a whole rack behind me. Those are all new too, for the most part. Oh yeah. I'm busy being retired and doing shit.
So in April when you're down, because we've never met, I'm going to wear one of your shirts and walk past you to see if you can pick up on it.
You have to know where I am first, Jerry.
Except you won't actually see him because he doesn't actually exist. Remember, he's a figment.
Wait, is that him? I'm like, no, it's not Jerry. Jerry doesn't exist. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. Like, not super interesting, just
you,
That's it. Any other Brain busters.
You take an extra step with your packaging.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think sets you apart, because instead of sending it directly from a printer, you make sure that it's full of love and perfection. Tell everybody about your process there.
So all of our designs are made to order. I can't get behind. So screen printing for me doesn't work because I use so much color in our shirts. And when you screen print, it just becomes more and more expensive every time you add a color. And, I'm not looking to become a millionaire, but I'm also, not looking to break the bank trying to screen print a shirt. So we found a printer who prints on demand for us. So everything's made to order, and they will print anything color-wise that I put together, which I love, which is why our shirts are so bold and so colorful, because I was able to do that. So when you place an order with us, it goes in through our website. I'll see it, and then I make the order with the printer. So there's an option where it can automatically go to the printer, and the printer can send it to the customer. And with that, I never see the finished product, and I'm too much of a control freak to allow that to happen. So I shut that down. And now every time, so like if Jerry comes on and Jerry orders a shirt, I'll see what Jerry orders. I will then go to my printer and I will put the order in with the printer. So whatever it is that you print. So some things are made in different print houses. So like our embroidered hats, which are freaking awesome, by the way, those come from one place. Our shirts come from another place. And like if usually it's in Delaware where they come from. Excuse me. If it's not there, it'll be another print house. So sometimes they take a little bit longer to get to us, depending on where they're coming from and what the fulfillment is. But typically it's like 8 to 10 business days till we get the shirt. So once they print it, I get it, I receive it, I'll check it to make sure that everything is perfect. I have had a few come in where the color has been off, the lines have been blurry. So I get to see it, because if I just trusted the printer, people would be getting shirts that are not right. And I'm not okay with that. I need to make sure that everything that you're getting is up to my standard. And if it's not up to my standard, I'll call them. I'll be like, listen, you sent me the shirt. It sucks. I'm like, you need to reprint it. And and they'll reprint it for me. Like, just send us pictures, show us what's wrong. And they, could have been that the printer was low on ink or it was just not centered right, but it's happened. And I'm not okay with blindly sending something to a customer who's paying me for a product. So when I get the product in, I'll inspect it. I'll tag it. I tag every shirt with instructions on how to care for your shirt, because I'm not going to be responsible if you screw something up. So it tells you how to wash it, how to iron it if you want to iron it, and how to take care of it. I wash everything inside out. I iron every piece of clothing that I own except for undergarments, because I'm a control freak and I just like things to look pressed. I guess that's like the law enforcement in me. Like everything just has to look like put together, but you iron it inside out, you can crease it. But I always make sure that that's included, because I want you to know how to care and get the longest life out of what you're paying for. I wrap everything in tissue paper once it's inspected. I put your packing slip so you know what you ordered and what you got. And then I always throw in some like little stickers, and you'll always get like a little thank you card from me with your name written on it, so that you know that like I saw it. I took care of it. It's personal to me. It's not just coming from, some schmuck in a factory who's sending you a shirt in a bag. Like, that I saw it, I cared for it, I folded it, I made sure that it was exactly what you ordered. So and then like everything is, we started out with like a very like basic kind of like logo and packaging. And it was just very simple, because I didn't know like where this was going to go. And I didn't want to like put my weird out there, like from jump, and people be like, shit, this place is weird. Like, we're not getting involved with that. So like, I wanted to make sure that people understood who I was first before like I unloaded all the crazy on them. But like, I am obsessed with checkerboard. I mean, I have a checkerboard rug, I have checkerboard bags and like you name it, like I have it. I freaking love it. So like once I got a little bit more comfortable, my son's like, why don't we change our stuff? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? He's like, make it more you. He's like, you are who you are. He's like, this is what you like. He's like, your personality is loud, you're colorful, you're bubbly. He's like, why have something so boring? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So Gavin is like a tech whiz. Like, I seriously don't know how the hell he got this way, but like the shit that he does blows me away. And he redid the entire website in like the course of a day.
It looks amazing, by the way.
Thank you. I will pass that on to him when he gets home from school. I'm sure he'll text me at some point. He's in lunch soon. So he'll be like, hello, mother. I'm like, hello, son. He's like, every day I get a hello, mother text. And I'm like, what do you want? Like, what do you want from me? Just go be a kid. He's like, I'm in lunch. I'm like, great. But tech shit, not my thing. But yeah, he redid the whole website, and that's kind of like where the whole checkerboard thing came from, because he's like, this is what you do, this is what you love. He's like, why not just embrace it? And I'm like, you know what, kid, you're pretty smart. So we kind of switched everything up, and now it's loud and it's fun and it's cheery, and like that's one of the biggest feedback that I hear all the time is that, like, when I get your package, like, it makes me happy. Like it brings like happiness. Like, you get your mail and you're like, oh my God, like, this is cool. Like, it's bright and it's loud and it's not just like womp womp, like, and that's kind of how I am. Like, I'm literally happy from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed. Like, there's never like I can't even, like, I'm never mad. Like, I'm never upset. Like, I'm never in a bad mood. Like, I'm totally unfazed by everything. Maybe it's because I'm in my own bubble, but like, it's
because you're from Jersey, so everything just around you is already crap.
Miserable. So. Yeah, but wouldn't you think that would bring me down? Like, I mean, it was actually sunny today, but I mean, we got snow yesterday. Like, they're like, no snow. We promise it's going to be up north, and we're eating dinner. We're like, fuck, it's snowing again. What is this shit? I hate it so much. But Gavin's like, do you think I'm going to have school? I'm like, dude, it's flurries. Like, you're going to have
better
school.
have school.
Yes. So, yeah, we were lucky this year. We haven't missed any days for snow, which means, well, so far. So he'll get out on time, which is great. So that would be nice. End of June 25th or some shit. Like, who goes to school till June 25th?
Not Florida.
Yes, say not Florida.
We do, but yeah. Yeah, my friends are down in Bradenton, and I think they get out like May 17th or something.
Usually.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
You're so lucky. So lucky.
A burning question for you.
Sure. Lay it on me, sister.
Are you planning on expanding to other parks?
Which parks did you have in mind?
Like Universal.
So Josh and I have had this conversation many, many times. And I have started to work on some shirts. I know Epic Universe opens, May 22nd?
Yep.
Okay, so I have time. I've only been to Universal once. Herein lies the problem. I was just there last spring break, so it was like March, April. It's the first and only time I've ever been to Universal. Please don't hate me. It was fine. I don't know enough about the parks to hit them the way that I do with the Disney stuff. So if you have ideas,
That's fair.
Things, like, send them to me, because I will find a way to make it work.
I'm doing my best, but I'm only one man, guys.
Yeah.
Well, so now that I know.
Ideas.
Yes. I don't know enough about, like, the background of things to, like, throw myself into it. So, like, our big thing is, like, I will never, ever, ever put a character on my shirt. Like, the Orange Bird one that we did, like, where I put him on there, like, that was a stretch for me. And I had a really hard time debating whether or not I should, because, like, I don't need Disney coming after me. Like, I don't. That's just, it's not for me. Plus, like, that style is not for me. Like, I don't like Mickey's on my shirt. Like, or like I just, like, princesses. Like, if I'm going to do a princess, I have a couple princess ones done, but they don't look like princesses. They look like an American traditional style tattoo, where that it's Tiana, but, like, it's not Tiana. You know what I mean? Like, I have a Snow White one that I did that I am obsessed with, like, where she had, like, it's probably not park appropriate, and I don't even know if I'm going to release it, because it's a little weird. Like, she has an apple on her head, and she's got arrows in her neck, like, from, like, the huntsman, like, hunting her down, like, in the forest. Like, to me, like, it's freaking cool. But, like, at the same time, I don't want people to be like, Mommy, why does Snow White have arrows in her neck?
Don't worry about it.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, so, like, that's kind of, like, where I struggle, because, like, I know what I want on a shirt, and I know what I want them to look like, but I also don't want it to be like Snow White, like, that's just not, it's not my thing. So, like, that's the way I kind of approach characters. Like, I really want to do a Mr. Toad, but again, how do you do Mr. Toad without putting Mr. Toad on a shirt? Like, I'm not just going to put his car on a shirt, because to me, like, okay, great, that's his car. Like, Tell me about it though. You know, like I want to know, like he got drunk, he crashed his car, he went to hell and he was dancing with the devil. Like, you know, like it's sick and twisted, but like that's what I would want. Like I want the story behind it. But again, like how do you put that on a shirt in a park that there's kids? You know? So like
the same way Disney still has the ride.
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, so like that's kind of like a fine line for me. But as far as Universal goes, like if you have ideas, like send them to me. Like I am open for anything. Like I love learning and growing and expanding. But like for me, like I just don't know enough about it to dive into the deep end on it. So
yeah,
like I know,
yeah, that's fair.
You know, and I mean I'm all for it. I will absolutely do it. Like I know Epic Universe is doing like Super Mario Brothers, and I'm like, okay, how do I approach Super Mario Brothers from a not video game Super Mario Brothers standpoint? Like how do I attack that? You know, like plus I don't know what the lands have, so like I don't want to make something that's totally irrelevant to what's there. So like I have ideas. I've been working. Don't worry, Josh, I'm on it.
I didn't ask the question. I had nothing to do with that. That was not pre-planned.
But like Josh was be like, what about this? Like I like this spot of the park. And I'm like, okay, great. I love that. But like I have to figure out how to interpret it into our style and make it make sense. So it's not in the works. It's just a very hard way.
It's a concept of a plan.
It's correct. Yes. Like even so like Disney Cruise Line. I've never been on a Disney cruise. Dying to go on a Disney cruise. Like I want to get my ass on that treasure so bad. Like that boat was made for me. Like I am a
the Haunted Mansion Lounge.
Cruise. Yes. It looks amazing. But like I am a jungle cruise. I'm a loser. Like I love the jungle cruise. Like I know it's an unpopular opinion.
It's
I think
punny.
It's extremely punny. So, and if you don't believe me, you're in denial. But like there's just something about that ride for me. Like ever since I was a kid, like it's so stupid, but I love it. And because I mean, like that's my personality. Like all day long, like I'm just saying stupid shit. But like I have like 3 Jungle Cruise shirts coming. I could literally make
that's not enough. I need a dozen of them.
Dude, don't you test me because I could do it. I could do it just from the Q music alone. I could make you 15 shirts because I'm not even kidding. Like I listen to that Q music all day. It's so good. I mean, I don't know. Like I could, you know, butterflies, like they're the rulers of the jungle. Like, I mean, like literally anything. You don't test me. But like, you know, that's the stuff that I like to do. Like I love to do things that are not on the nose and not in your face and that, you know, but they make sense, you know? So I think I totally got off topic there. I don't even know how the hell I wound up there, but the Disney cruise. Yes. But like, I mean, to me, like that boat was made for weirdos like me, like that love all of that stupid, silly humor. So like, I'm dying to make myself cruise line shirts. I don't have a plan to be on the boat, but I want to be on the boat. So like trying to make those designs, but not actually have ever seeing it. Words are hard. Like to me, like that's a struggle because you just don't know, you know. So like I could look at all the pictures all day. I could watch all the YouTube videos, but I still haven't been in the space to say, okay, this makes sense, you know.
So what you're saying is we need to drag you from New Jersey to Universal and take you on a guided tour where me and Josh show you all of the specific things.
Yes, all of the things. So when we went over spring break, like I said, and we got there later in the afternoon. So we got to the park and it was like right around dinner time. So we had dinner, we went into the park, and we were only able to get on Velocicoaster. So never been on it. It's pitch black. I had no idea what the hell I was walking into. Can I just tell you that I got off that ride and I said to my husband, I was like, I think I shit my pants. Like, I don't even know. I screamed so much that I lost my voice. No joke, for 4 days. I had no voice. I got off and I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, what just happened? Like, I was like, I don't.
Did you not look at the huge, like...
I go on everything. I really, like, I love roller coasters. I will go on everything. And like, I've seen it and it, like, I was like, okay, how bad could it be? And like, I got off and I was like, I need to go lay down. Like, I don't know.
It's intense.
Like, it was something. But like, then we did it like the next day during the day. And I'm like, it's not so bad. You know, so I was like, I don't know what the hell happened, but like, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I'm getting old. Like, I like literally got off that and I was like, what did you do to me, Universal? Like, what is that? And then we did the Hulk. And like they shoot you out of that tube, and I was like, and Gavin's like yucking it up next to me. I'm like, dude, shut up. He's like, this isn't so bad. I'm like, this is insane. Like it was like nothing I've ever experienced. Like Disney doesn't do shit like that. Like they just don't. Like, Guardians, I love Guardians to death. I must have been on it over 30 times. I still don't know to this day what the storyline is. Please forgive me. But like, there is nothing like what Universal does in Disney. It's just two completely,
yeah, for sure,
like different worlds. And I mean, I can appreciate that. I think it's great, you know, that they have something like that in Universal. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, like what's going on? Like, why isn't it taking us like 5 years to build Tron, and Tron's like 1 minute and 30 seconds? Not even. You know,
don't get me started.
You know, but like,
I will railroad this.
Take it away,
Jerry. I have gotten the same song on Guardians every single time that I've wrote it. I've only gotten the same.
Is it Conga?
Yeah.
I hate that freaking song.
I have never gotten a different song. Never.
My son, I swear he jinxed us. Like for me, Everybody Wants to Rule the World is hands down the best song that is on that ride. We've gotten it a lot lately, which is great. But like we went on one trip, and I think the entire week that we were there, we got Conga every single time. And I was like, mother effer, if I hear this song again, like I swear to God. And Gavin's like, Mom, it's the best. I'm like, dude, don't do it. And he was like, we're going to get Conga. We're going to get Conga.
I feel like Conga is like the default because I had it for a week straight.
It's awful. Awful.
It is. But like everybody's like, which Guardians song have you not heard yet? And I'm like,
like all of them.
Conga's great.
There was only one.
It's like me, the other songs don't exist.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, Jerry, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, like, I can't get over like how completely different it is there than it is in Disney. And I mean, like, I grew up with Disney, so for me, I have a hard time like appreciating anything else. But like, they got some good shit over there. I will admit that. I will admit. And I do love Jurassic Park. Like, I, again, grew up with Jurassic Park. So, like, for me, I did love that section of the park. I thought that was super, super cool. But again, how do you approach Jurassic Park in a way that nobody else has?
It's hard.
Yeah.
Right. Because, like, you know, like, what can you put on shirts that people haven't already? And that's the hard part about coming into this. I don't want to say, like, late in the game, because there really is no timeline. But like now trying to like get my footing and establish ourselves as somebody who makes cool park shit. Like, how do you go about doing something like that hasn't been done?
Well, I will say there aren't many.
I was going to say that. There's not too many
apparel shops that do Universal.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do Universal, it's mostly Harry Potter focused.
Yeah. There is a huge market for
I have never, I don't want to say never, I've only seen the first Harry Potter movie. I've never watched them. I've never read the books. I think I'm too old for it. And by that, I mean, like, I was too old for it when it came out. Like, I was past that point. Like, my sister, she's a Harry Potter nut through and through. But she's also 5 years younger. So I feel like she kind of hit that, like, right at the right point where I was already, like, what year did that come out? Harry Potter.
Well, the 99. Books or the movie?
I think the books was 99, right?
Yeah.
So I was 17. I graduated high school in 99. So like for me, like I was like, Harry Potter. I was like, that's kid
I'm too
shit,
cool for that.
Yeah. Well, let's. I'm not cool. Period. So I wouldn't say I was too cool for, but like I think I was just past that point, like in my life to like regress to that, like where Disney's something that's always been a part of me, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
She was too focused on the Y2.
We were all going to die. The world was going to end. Yep.
Now, Nicole.
Yes.
Where can our people find you? Where can they shop, and where can they find you to follow all your weirdness?
Well, you can find me here in New Jersey. No, I'm just kidding. We are on Instagram at Operation Exploration, and we don't do the TikTok. I avoid that stuff. On Facebook. I don't know. I think it's the same name on Facebook. I'm not really sure. I don't know how to use Facebook. I'm not even kidding. Like, I really have no idea how to use Facebook. I think I have friends on there that I have to accept, but I don't know where to do it. So they're kind of in limbo. I don't do the Facebook. And we are also on the intrawebs at www.operationexplorationshop.com.
You can find me pretty much everywhere. It's a buzz life.
Everywhere?
Pretty much. Instagram, okay. TikTok.
Just not in real life.
OnlyFans. I don't exist, but link in my bio.
Do you have nice feet?
Yeah.
Gotta pay those Disney tickets somehow.
And Katie, where can everybody find you?
The magical KTV.
I'm Josh in the Parks, and you can find the podcast on all social media platforms at intheparks_pod. So put your hands up because your lap bars are coming up.